Hello everybody, my name is Brandon. Welcome back to Cinefessions, where we talk all things media. So today I am back with another collection update. This time around though, we are talking about some collectibles along with some TV series that I picked up in about the last month and a half here. So I'm excited about today's video. I have some really cool items that I grabbed in the collectible world, so really excited to share those with you guys. And then on the TV side, frankly, I don't pick up a ton of TV series that much anymore, but last month the bug bit, I guess, and so I ended up picking up a handful here to talk about. So I have 9 different collectibles and about 7 different TV series to talk about. So let's not waste any time at all. Let's dive right into these collectible and TV series collection update. So we'll start off with the TV series in no particular order here, but this first one is one that I remember quite well from my childhood, and it's a show that I definitely should not have been watching when I was. I remember staying the night at my uncle's house, and we would always sleep in the living room because we were playing video games or whatever, and he would fall asleep with MTV on. I'd wake up at like 1, 2 in the morning, and this show would be on, and it was, you know, a very scantily clad animated character just doing kind of crazy things. I am talking, of course, about Eon Flux. So this is a 1995 TV series here, and this is the complete animated collection. So I believe the artist here is Mobius, I think is how you say it, and it is a very distinct art style. I'm sure you guys recognize this if you haven't, even if you haven't seen it, you probably recognize it. But this is just an action thriller of sorts, but done in the animated form, and it's very much a adult-oriented anime. So yeah, this was always interesting to me. I never actually sat down and watched this as an adult though, so I figured this was on sale at Target one day when I was randomly there, so I picked it up because it always is one that I've wanted to check out. So yeah, really intrigued to check out Eon Flux, the complete animated series. So this is a really cool one. Let me know if you guys have watched this and if it holds up today, because that's always the big question when you get to these animated things from like the mid 90s. So hopefully this one will. So Eon Flux is the first TV series I ended up grabbing. Next up are a couple of finds from Big Lots, and so these were only $3 each, which is really cheap for TV series. These are ones that honestly I might have had these in my collection at one point, but I think I ended up getting rid of them without watching them. But for $3, I figured I'd add them back in. I am talking about Dr. Katz, Professional Therapist, Season 1 and Season 2, and you guys can see from Big Lots only $3, so these were really cheap. The reason I wanted to add these back to the collection is because it co-stars one of my absolute favorite artists of all time, H. John Benjamin. He is one of the funniest voice artists ever. He is Bob from Bob's Burgers. He's Archer from Archer. I read his memoir. It was hysterical. Like, he is just one of my favorite actors. And so I had to add this back into the collection once I realized that. I think when I sold it, I just didn't know that. So yeah, I really remember watching this. This is another one. I believe this was on Comedy Central. Yeah, I remember watching this when I was younger. It would just be on as I was like falling asleep or something in my room, and I remember this came on, and I don't know that I loved it, but I thought it was interesting, so I would, you know, stay up and watch it a little bit, but have not seen it in many years, so I am really excited to add these to the collection. I would like to get the whole series. Honestly, I thought maybe this was the complete series, but it's not. There's like 5 or 6 different seasons to this, so it did go on for quite a bit longer than these two, but yeah, either way, 2 for $6 total. That's a really good addition. So Dr. Katz, Professional Therapist, Season 1 and Season 2. These next two were disc replay finds, so I found these used, which is probably how I'll have to find this entire series unless I just bite the bullet and buy the complete set off of Amazon. But this is Murder, She Wrote, and we have the complete 2nd season and the complete 4th season. So I already have Season 1. I need to find Season 3 now, but this is quite a long series. I believe it was 12 seasons if I remember right. Then there are some movies on there are based on this as well, some like TV movies. But I know I've talked about Murder, She Wrote in the past. This is just a super nostalgic series to me. My mom always loved it. My grandma was a big fan of this, which is really how I got into it. It's just one of those silly mystery movies or TV series, but it's fun. So I'm very excited to continue adding these to the collection. I know I've talked about some of the cozy mysteries that I've read that are based off of this series. They are a ton of fun. This is just nostalgia for me is basically what this is. So I want to continue adding these to the collection as I go. Honestly, I looked at the price and like it would probably make more sense to just buy buy it used and get rid of the 3 I have right now, but I don't know, it's just not as fun, so I might do that, but for now, I'll just hold on to these. Actually, I need to watch these, at least the first 2 seasons, since I have those, just to make sure I still enjoy it as much as I think I do. So, yeah, Murder, She Wrote, the complete second, and the complete 4th season, and these were really cheap, under $10 each, so always good to find things at Disc Replay used. This is another random Target find, and this one wasn't even on sale, but it was such a good price, I couldn't pass it up. And that's what a lot of these are, just kind of random in the store. You'll see with my my next collection update that comes as well, just kind of random things this month. I don't know why, but this is the Jetsons, the complete series. So this has like the original one from the 1960s, I believe it is, and then the ones from the 1980s as well. So this is legitimately the complete series, at least as far as I know. So this was a show that I always loved as a kid. The Jetsons movie was always one of my favorites. I talked about the VHS tape that I found at my parents' house recently in that video. So yeah, this is just awesome. And again, for the price, like there are so many episodes on here. This is 1,000, that's insane, 1,743 minutes of runtime on here. So yeah, this is really cool. This is the Diamond Edition as well, I believe is what they call it, the Diamond Collection from Hanna-Barbera. Which I believe there is the Flintstones as well. The Flintstones, though, was markedly more expensive. So I decided just to grab this one. Oh, there it is. 75 episodes and 8 discs. And I've read really good reviews about this. So I'm excited to eventually dive into this one. Just to, again, nostalgia, just to dive back into a world that I used to love. So the Jetsons, the complete series. This is a really cool find. You can get this for Target really cheap right now. So definitely check that out if you're interested in this series. So last but not least, and you guys will notice the nostalgia theme is real with this, and I didn't even realize that as I was purchasing them, but it is what it is. This is another series that I loved as a kid. This is Alf, the complete collection. This is another one that is remarkably cheap, and I grabbed this one from Walmart, so you guys can find it there if you're interested. But yeah, this has the complete series of this, and I want to say there were 4 seasons of this, I think. Let's see, 1986 to 1989, so either 3 or 4 seasons, but the runtime here is 38 hours, so much to watch with the TV series I bought this week, but I couldn't pass this one up, and frankly, I had passed it up quite a number of times in the past, but I decided, you know what, for the price, like, that's really cheap, like, just grab it. So I ended up grabbing Alf, the complete series. I just love this show. I love Alf. I love how he chases and wants to eat the cat. It's perfect nostalgia for me, so I was so happy to add this in the collection now. And I was just thinking, like, if you guys are interested, let me know down below. I really want to do a complete TV collection tour that because I've never done that before, and I do have a good amount of TV series that you guys haven't seen, so let me know if you're interested in that down in the comments below, and I can hopefully do that here soon. But yeah, Alf, the complete collection, and that's going to be the last TV series I grabbed this past month or so. So now let's move over to some of the collectibles I picked up. For all of the collectibles this month, I did take some B-roll footage, so hopefully it'll be a little bit easier to see these, but the first 3 I want to talk about were ones that I didn't even grab for myself. These were ones my wife picked up for me. She was out at Five Below with my daughter, and she came across these and knows I love this series, so she grabbed them. I am talking about the animation collector pack, so I think these are from the Loyal Subjects, but we have Bob Louise and Tina Belcher. So these are awesome. Speaking of H. John Benjamin, so the only disappointing thing about these are, as you can see on the back there, like, they have 2 alternative Bob figures, but they don't have Linda or Jean, which makes no sense to me at all. But yeah, either way, they are all here from, or the ones that I care about anyway are all here. So apparently all of these figures are posable, which is really cool. And not only that, but they also have some characters from King of the Hill. They have Stan from American Dad, and they have 3 characters from Family Guy, which are just some of my favorite animated series. So I would love to have all of these at some point, but I'm not going to pay a lot for them. I think they found these for like $2 or $3 each, which is awesome deal. So yeah, very happy to at least have all of the Bob's Burgers figures in my collections. So big thank you to my wife for grabbing these. These are fantastic. So happy to add these to my collection. I have all of the Pops figures, at least like the original line of Pop figures for these characters as well. So happy to add these to go along with them. Okay, so next let's move over to a couple of Funko Pops I grabbed. And the first one here is to go with my Marvel Zombies collection. This is Zombie She-Hulk, which is a Hot Topic exclusive. So you guys know, if you've been watching my collection updates over the past year or so here, that I did collect all of the original line of the Marvel Zombies, at least all of the standard edition ones. And I've collected some from the second wave here. I didn't get all of them though, just because I'm not super familiar with all the characters, so I just didn't think I needed them. But She-Hulk I love, and so I wanted to grab it. And I think it looks really cool. It's very She-Hulk, so you know, it looks grotesque and awesome at the same time. So yeah, I really like these Marvel zombie figures, and though I'm really only looking to collect what's on the back of the box for the most part, if there are some that are exclusive that look really cool, then I will pick them up. Like I know I grabbed like Silver Surfer, which was another Hot Topic exclusive in the last wave. So yeah, it just kind of depends. So Marvel Zombies, and this is number 792, the Hot Topic exclusive She-Hulk. The second Funko Pop I grabbed was part of a buy one, get one 50% off sale when I picked up the Zombie She-Hulk, and so I decided to go with another Hot Topic exclusive. This is Carnage. So I will admit, I don't really know anything about Carnage other than this character design looked really awesome. I know Carnage is from the Spider-Man universe, but I have never read any of his graphic novels at all. I do plan to subscribe to Marvel Unlimited again in the coming months here, so hopefully I will be able to read some Carnage at that point. I know there's like Absolute Carnage, which is supposed to be one of the really great runs of his. So I am really excited to learn more about Carnage. I couldn't pass up this figure. It looked so cool. So this was the other half of the buy one, get one 50% off that I ended up picking up from Hot Topic when I grabbed a Zombie She-Hulk. So yeah, very cool Funko Pops that I've added to my collection. So happy to have both of them. These next figures are all from NECA. Now, they are not the expensive NECA figures because I'm not getting into that game. I'm just not doing it. And frankly, I told myself for the longest time to not buy these figures, but eventually it was just like serendipitous, and I'll talk about it as I go. But the first one I grabbed because I had to, because it's one of my favorite film franchises. This is the Toonie Terrors line, and the first one I grabbed is Ghostface. So this is like an inexpensive line of horror figures that are basically made to be like Saturday morning cartoons. So I think this is just a really fun line, and I love this Ghostface. It is just really well done. Yeah, so this is awesome. I'm very happy to add Ghostface to the collection, and frankly, I was gonna stop there, but once I get going, it's really hard to stop, and then it was just serendipitous. So let's talk about the three others that I grabbed. So like I mentioned, I was going to stop at Ghostface, but then I walked into another Target, and in the back where they have like all of their NECA figures, their collectibles, they had, who did they have? They had Michael Myers and Freddy Krueger. And so that's two of the big three. I had them in my cart, but then I found some other things, so I was like, you know what? No, we're just not going to do it. We're not going to start collecting these. But then maybe a couple weeks later, maybe a week later, whatever it was, I went to Best Buy, and what did they have at Best Buy? They had Jason Voorhees at Best Buy. So I was like, oh my gosh, like I could have the big three in these figures. So I didn't pick it up. I purchased whatever I was grabbing from Best Buy, and then I went to the Target, which was across the parking lot. And I said, you know what? If the other two figures are still there, then it's just, it's meant to be. I need to have the big three in my collection. And lo and behold, Michael and Freddy were still there. So, of course, I had to grab them. So now I was able to add the big three, as I always refer to them as, into the collection with Jason, Michael, and Freddy Krueger. So these are really cool figures, as you guys are hopefully seeing now in the B footage I took. These things are just really good looking. They are cheap. They're only like $13 each. So they are cheaper part of the NECA line. But I think they are still pretty detailed for what they are. And that's just, there's a specific look that they're going for, and that is that Saturday morning cartoon look, and I think they nail these. So I think these ones are coming out of the box because I don't care that they are, you know, I don't think they're going to be worth anything or anything like that, and frankly I don't really care. I would just like to have them displayed somewhere, and I think the easiest way to do that will be to have them outside of the box. So I now have the big three in my figure collection as well, along with Jason, who's sitting over there. It's just hard to hold three of them, but yeah, these are really cool figures. They are detailed enough, like they do exactly what it is that they're supposed to do. It is that Saturday morning cartoon style of horror icons. So that's awesome. them. The other ones I want to get still. There are still 2 more I want to get. My Bloody Valentine is coming out in, I think it's June or July, sometime this summer. I definitely want to pick that one up because I love My Bloody Valentine. And then I would really like to find Sam from Trick or Treat. Now, I know I've seen that one in the past and have not grabbed it, but I regret it because I really love Trick or Treat. It's one of my favorites. So I would love to add those 2 figures to the collection. Hopefully I can find Sam soon here. And then obviously I'll grab My Bloody Valentine when that releases. But yeah, so I am now apparently a Toonie Terror collector. But I am going to try to keep it as light as possible, I guess, or to as few figures as possible. And those are the 5 or 6 I'd really like to have in my collection. So that is going to do it for all of the collectibles I ended up picking up over the last month here. All right, so there it is, all of the TV series I grabbed, and then, of course, all of those collectibles. I think these were some pretty cool collectibles, so hopefully you guys enjoyed them as well. Let me know down in the comments below if you are a collector of any of the things I talked about here today, and let me know if there are any must-owns that are kind of in this similar vein in the collecting world, or even if there's some TV series, like, you know what I like now, so is there anything that's kind of similar to that I may not have in my collection? Let me know those down in the comments below. I always love talking with you guys down there, so thanks for leaving those comments. As always, if you guys did enjoy this video, please give it a like down below and consider subscribing to Cinefessions as we make my as I make my march toward 1,000. I really appreciate all of that support. And if you don't want to subscribe, well, thank you anyway for watching this one. I really do appreciate that. And I will have another collection update coming where I talk all the DVD movies, Blu-rays, and 4K movies that I picked up over the past month or so. So look for that in the coming days here. But that is going to do it for today, guys. I just want to say thank you all so much for watching, and I want to encourage you to consume some media today. I'll catch you next time.